I thought I'd show you how I make my homebrew spirits. It's really simple, 4 parts: fermentation, distillation, purification, and then finally the consumption, which is always the best part. I'll try and squeeze it into 10 minutes. See how we go. To make it, you're going to need 2 things. First thing you need is some yeast. Now I use a special turbo yeast designed to make alcohol, and you need some sugar. Anything that goes in the container or touches any of the solution, I always clean it with bleach. You can get 2 different types of bleach. The one I'd recommend you use just the plain old bleach. I'm using a proper yeast that's been designed to make alcohol, but you could probably get away with just ordinary everyday yeast from the supermarket. I also find boiling about 3 to 4 litres of water, boiling water mixed with cold water, often brings it around about 22 degrees. Right, we'll start putting some sugar in. As I said before, everything that goes in there must be clean. Otherwise you're going to get some pretty nasty things growing in there. Stir it up, keep an eye on the temperature. I don't want it to go up too high. Okay, so it looks as though it's going to be around the 22 degrees. Make sure you give it a good stir. All that sugar to dissolve. The final part of this is to add the yeast. What we're going to do is very gently you've got to treat that yeast real carefully. Cover it. I put a small bit of boiling water just in the airlock. Right, I'm going to do exactly the same process with this one. There. I'm going to keep it here for probably 5 to 7 days, making sure the temperature stays around the 22 degrees. Right, this is day 6, and I'm going to put a clearing agent in here. You can just leave it. Get rid of a few more of the nasties. I'm going to degas it. kind of course just leave it. This clearing agent will actually get rid of that yeast. The stuff here is in two parts. This one goes part A. And then with part B. And then we have the still. Here we have the 1500 watt, and on this side we have a 1000 watt. Yeah, it's trying to leave all that sludge. I'll go to the tower. Yeah, so the digital thermometer here. I'll take a reading from the top. The idea is to keep it between 78 to 78.5 degrees. So here we have a fractional distill. It's boiling the solution here at the bottom. Once it starts to turn to steam, it'll go up a column. And I'll be cooling the column with water, hopefully keeping the top of the column at around 78 to 78.5 degrees. This fractional distill here uses very little water. Once the temperature starts to climb, I'm going to unplug one of the elements. And the very first bit of alcohol that comes out, I'm going to tip that away. It's not supposed to be very good for you. So by adjusting the flow of water going through the column, I'm trying to get the temperature at around 78 degrees. We're almost there now. Okay, so the alcohol dripping out of here is at about 90%. The process here is going to take about 5 hours. The first 3 hours go quite fast and the last 2 are fairly slow. We should get about 3.5 litres of 90% pure alcohol. So here is a Z carbon reflux filter. Once I've distilled the alcohol, put it into the top barrel here and I'll let it drip through the carbon filter. Probably take a couple of days. Okay, so we've made about 6 bottles of this now. This here is basically just a 40% bottle containing alcohol and water. It smells really clean. What I do, I quite like my rum, so I buy these homebrew flavourings. What we do, one of these will make about 5 bottles. And then we have a bottle of homebrew rum.